you use very strong language, like divorce. You have been very insistent on coalition. All these are matters that are going to be discussed in a very friendly, brotherly manner. We are not an adversarial political movement, but we are determined to move in the direction that we have decided to take.
Basically meaning that all of you will sit down and say NASA is no longer working?
Most likely, of course, because I think what has been happening in Parliament, for instance, you had our members of Parliament come in as NASA, and they did certain changes. The next thing they're saying, this thing exists only on paper. Some of them are speaking without the authority of the summit. I can tell you for a fact that NASA summit has never sat since elections. And that tells you that we also need to be realistic in our assessment. If the summit cannot meet, then how shall we continue? And below that is the national management team, which has also similarly not been able to meet. So we cannot hold our members to ransom. And we must be realistic. We are all political leaders, and we know where we want to go.
Just a small one, eh? Tutaki mlete vita. Cooperation is defined in the agreement. We shall be cooperating inside and outside
of Parliament.
Yeah. As we are not home breakers. I think you can elaborate on that one.
Jubilee Avunji, I think you are not listening, because I made it very clear that this cooperation, but as I move as Wiper Democratic Movement, we will be moving in a certain direction. Yeah. And our colleagues we'll be consulting Mashinani, and we'll be consulting our other leaders as well. First of all, we cannot act in derogation of what you are calling a parliamentary democracy, because that's what it is, bicameral nature of our legislature. And even when I want you to know, the bicameral nature is subject to what is ongoing from the BBI point of view. I can tell you that we are very serious national leaders and would want to have the integrity and the respect that is accorded to our national institutions, including National Assembly as well as the Senate. So what happens therein, surely, is a matter for interrogation, like you have just said.
Let me just add...
let my brother help me.
Something for Abdikadir. You've made a very good presentation about parliamentary democracy. And I want to bring your attention to the fact that whipping is an integral part of party politics.
Yes.
It is proper in order for Wiper to whip their members to follow the party line. And that is protected by the Constitution. It says Kenya shall be a multi-party democracy. And what does that mean?
Multicultural,
yes,
multi-religious.
Yes. And within political parties, they must be whipped within a clear policy party line. That is the way it is.
I had Kennedy's question.
Yes.
Let me answer it. Yes. I'll answer that question. We are in about a month from now, which will be August the 4th. And under our Constitution, and I've not had any representations to the contrary, therefore clearly the next general election will be on the second Tuesday of August 2022. That is written. I've not heard even a BBI anybody arguing about that position. Therefore, we have just under 1 month, just slightly more than 1 month to that date. Therefore, it will be exactly 2 years to 2022. If I was to join cabinet, and I like Abdikadir's approach, because I'm now reasoning with you. Yeah? Let me reason with you, my son. Listen, would you expect that I would relinquish my position as a party leader to go into cabinet, where that means I resign, you know, really relinquishing my position as a party leader. 2 years to a general election. I leave that with you.
Thank you. Question from here.
Yes, sir.
My question is, parties across, like when for the Western African, it's online news. Parties across the world and politicians across the world have been known to highlight areas of differences and downplay areas of cooperation. Going forward, and my brother and honorable Isaac Ruto, you have been perhaps a victim of this vulgarity. So perhaps going forward, I'd be likely to see gentleman's politics going forward from you.
Gentleman politics.
Yeah.
What politics is that?
The politics
That
of
we avoid
cooperation and
confrontation.
not shouting down someone.
Yeah.
And perhaps question number 2.
Yeah, there will be civility, I can tell you, on the part of. We already have conducted ourselves in a manner that I think befits what you are calling gentleman kind of politics. But you know, we realize if you're too much of a gentleman, people underestimate you. They even call you names. They brand you. That's why some of us then come out fighting very hard.